the beginning, the heavens were a realm of perfect harmony. The radiance of God filled the celestial halls, and the angels moved like rivers of light, singing the eternal hymn. But pride grew in the heart of one, Lucifer, the morning star, the most radiant of the host. His beauty was unmatched, his voice like 1,000 instruments. Yet in his splendor, he gazed upon himself, and within him was born rebellion. Lucifer whispered among the angels, speaking of freedom, of thrones, of crowns not given but taken. A third of the hosts listened. Heaven trembled. What was once harmony became division, and so began the first great war, the War of the Archangels. At the throne of God, 4 stood as pillars of light: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. Michael the warrior, his sword of flame no darkness could quench. Gabriel, the messenger, his voice like thunder that shakes both worlds. Raphael, the healer, whose light restored what was broken. Uriel, the flame of wisdom, whose eyes pierced through shadow. Together they swore, "We will defend the throne. We will not let the light fall." As Lucifer's rebellion rose like a storm, the 4 archangels gathered the loyal host. The armies of heaven shone like countless suns, stretching across the firmament, their wings casting waves of fire and wind. Before we continue, just a small favor: like, share, and subscribe. It only takes a second, but it means the world and keeps this journey alive. The heavens roared as 2 armies faced one another. Lucifer stood at the front, his wings vast as the night, crowned with false glory, wielding a blade forged from his pride. Behind him, the fallen hosts, angels twisted by arrogance, their brilliance now burning with corruption. Michael raised his sword. Gabriel's trumpet sounded, shaking the foundations of the heavens. And with that sound, war began. The skies split. Blades of fire clashed with spears of lightning. Light and shadow collided in a storm that could be seen across creation. Angels fell like stars from the heavens, their cries echoing into the void. Amid the chaos, Michael confronted Lucifer. The morning star smirked, his eyes blazing with defiance. "Brother," Lucifer said, "why kneel to a throne when you could sit upon it? Join me, and we will rule together." But Michael's voice thundered back, "Who is like God? None. Your pride will be your ruin." The 2 clashed. Their blades struck with the sound of creation shattering. Fire and lightning poured from their strikes, consuming whole hosts around them. Lucifer fought with cunning, but Michael's strength was unwavering, fueled not by pride, but by obedience to the Almighty. While Michael battled Lucifer, Gabriel faced the lieutenants of the fallen. He lifted his trumpet, and with a single blast, waves of sound split the sky. The rebel angels staggered, their wings trembling as if torn by unseen winds. Then Gabriel descended with sword in hand, moving like lightning. His strikes were swift, his voice crying, "The word of God stands eternal." The battlefield shook with his every step, and the fallen hosts recoiled before him. The battle was fierce, and many loyal angels fell wounded. Where others wielded weapons, Raphael wielded light. His hands glowed with healing fire, mending wings, restoring strength, rekindling the flame of those who faltered. Yet even he was not spared from combat. With his staff of radiant light, he struck down those who tried to end the wounded. "Rise, brothers," he cried. "The war is not yet done." And the healed rose, their strength renewed, joining the fight again. Uriel, the angel of wisdom, fought not only with fire, but with foresight. His eyes pierced through the lies of Lucifer's generals. He saw their movements before they made them, their schemes before they unfolded. With his flaming blade, he struck down commanders of the fallen, unraveling their order and scattering them into chaos. His voice thundered across the battlefield, "You fight with pride, we fight with truth, and truth cannot be defeated." The war raged for ages beyond counting, light against darkness, brother against brother, but the will of the Most High stood unshaken. Michael raised his sword once more, its flame burning brighter than ever. With one final strike, he cast Lucifer down. The morning star fell, screaming in fury, his crown of false glory shattered. With him fell the third of heaven that had followed, cast into the abyss, their light extinguished, their wings torn by their rebellion. The heavens trembled as the gates closed upon them. Silence fell upon the battlefield. The loyal hosts stood, battered yet unbroken, their wings glowing once more in the light of God. Michael sheathed his sword, Gabriel lowered his trumpet, Raphael lifted his hands to heal the wounded, and Uriel bowed his head in reverence. The throne of God shone brighter than ever, and the hymn of heaven rose again. The war was over. The light had triumphed. Yet the story does not end there. For though Lucifer and his host were cast down, they still roamed the earth, whispering, tempting, seeking to devour. And so the war of the archangels echoes through time, not just a story of heaven, but a warning to every soul. That pride leads to the fall, that obedience leads to strength, and that the light shall always overcome the darkness. Your presence here means more than you know. Stories like these are not just words, they are echoes of the past, carried forward by those who choose to listen. By watching, you've already kept this mystery alive. But if you want to walk further on this path with us, like this video, share it with others who are drawn to the unknown, and subscribe so that the next chapter will find you. Together, we will keep the hidden stories of history from ever being forgotten.